Mm. Oh yeah, baby. Hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I gotta say, I think that's our performance of the season. What a game. I mean, the performances all around, from defense, midfield to attack, everyone was on point today. It was awesome. I genuinely didn't feel at any point in that game Union had a chance. Now, Union isn't, some top level opposition when it comes to their quality of players, but they are a tricky opponent, which means they make things very hard for you. And today we made them look easy. We made them look like a relegation team. We scored 3 goals, clean sheet, and we could have scored 5. Muller missed 2 big chances. Musiala had some misses as well. We were just cooking. Kingsley Coman, the king's on his throne. No one could have a coup d'état against Le Kingsley Coman, the commander of the wings. No one can talk to Kingsley right now. So I think that's our best performance this season. And that's my question to you. Do you think that was our best game this season? I just don't know how we don't all agree with that. It was complete in every single way. De Ligt today. Oh my gosh, man. De Ligt. I mean, the second goal. Was it the second goal? The first goal was the header, right? Yeah. So the second goal, bro, it comes from De Ligt, like winning this crazy header. And then it gets to Muller. And I don't know who passed it to Coman, but like what a finish from Kingsley. But yeah, it starts with De Ligt at the back to the midfield, winning it, and then we score that amazing goal. We created so many like team chances today, dude. At the end there, like the 91st minute, 90th minute, I think every single one of our players touched the ball. We were moving the ball. Matisse Tell put Musiala in behind. He just needed a nice little ball to Mane, and Mane taps it in, and it's a goal. God damn. Nah, man. Hey, nah. They got, what is this? Nah, man, they turned my boy Bernie into a pedo. What's going on? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Nah, I mean, look, this is the real Bernie. They made my boy a serial killer. What's going on here, man? Nah, I gotta stop looking at this. Why would they turn our mascot into a molester, bro? Oh, Anthony Moleste out here. What's going on? That was disgusting. Nah, bring Bernie back. They ruined Bernie with that redesign. Who designed that, man? Jeffrey Epstein? What's going on here? Bernie looks like that's a kid. Anyways, no, it was a good performance. Overall, I just thought, the team put their all into it. I mean, we had a team meeting for this game, which tells me the players were prepared and knew what this game was. This was a game for a statement. I think, this tells the rest of the league that, hey, we're back. I mean, Dortmund are playing Leipzig. I still don't rate Dortmund, man. I think they're having a nice little purple patch, but Borussia Dortmund will come back. They'll kick in and they'll lose against Leipzig or something. Oh, shoot. They're playing Leipzig twice. Pokal in the quarterfinal. When did they do it? They did the draw? Didn't even know that. Yeah, so, I mean, I see Dortmund, like, bottling it. I'll be honest with you, man. I like Nagelsmann's. I know I said I hate, like, certain tweaks in the system, but I don't mind it these days anymore. I know who I'm dealing with here. I know I'm dealing with a crackhead that overthinks everything. Nagelsmann's he's gonna switch the formation. One week we're playing a back three, the next we're playing a back four, and this performance was in my opinion, our best performance this season, and it was a back four. Pavard, I always said this. Y'all got to give me credit, my flowers. I always said Benjamin Pavard is a bang average footballer, but if we want to get the most out of him, we play him at center back, where he won't have to make those attacking runs as he would do at right back. So Pat Pavard did well today. Gnabry looking hungry, seeing Mane is back. Gnabry's looking hungry because his maintenance calories is probably 4,600. So that fat bastard, that fat man, he just wants more food, bro. Come on, he's not looking hungry. To be fair, Gnabry is top 3 in the team for goal contributions this season, which is funny because I don't remember a single Gnabry goal. Like, do you guys remember a goal from Gnabry, like that one game where he scored? Because none of his goals, I mean, this sounds bad, but none of his goals came at moments we really needed it, right? Either he was scoring the second goal or the third, scoring a brace in some games. I say it, Gnabry is a purple patch player. Every single year, people have been complaining about, we should sell him. And I'm like, oh, just wait. He'll end the season with some crazy goal contributions. And you're going to wonder, wait, when did he get that? Gnabry plays well in patches. That's what it is. It's like Heung-min Son. They have that few months period where they're on top of the world. And then they just forget how to play football for a few weeks. Purple patch players. And that's fine. Not every player is going to be Thomas Müller or Jamal Musiala or Kimmich, where they can play well consistently throughout the season. Gnabry is going to play well in spells. And honestly, I'll be real with you guys, man. I wouldn't mind selling Gnabry. I wouldn't. I know I'm literally saying we know what he's about. He gives us goals. That's good. I mean, think about it. If Gnabry, how many Bundesliga goals does he have? I don't remember Champions League goals, so he must be on 9 Bundesliga goals, 1 Champions League goal. I mean, Musiala hasn't scored in the Champions League yet, so we shouldn't look too deep into that. But 9 Bundesliga goals. Without his 9 goals, I'm sure at some point we could have drawn a game or we could have just lost it. So his goals are still important, but I look at footballers not just for their stats, but for their overall performances. Gnabry has not had an exceptional performance. Maybe the Barcelona away at the Camp Nou game, where he did really well. But I mean exceptional. Like, I can remember Sané having an exceptional performance against Inter Milan in the Champions League. I can remember that. That you need an attacker to have at least 2 or 3 really exceptional games in big games. That's what you want. I can imagine Musiala having an exceptional performance, maybe not against PSG in the second leg, but whoever we play after. He might have a really good performance. He might, have a Japan versus Germany performance where he's just unplayable, or Japan versus Costa Rica, or Costa Rica versus Germany. What I mean by that is, you're playing. How many Champions League games are you playing until the semifinals? So 6 in the group stage, 2 in the round of 16. So that's 8. Quarterfinals makes 10. Is it 12? Wait, my trip. Yeah. If you're playing, 10 games, starting 10 games, you need at least 2 games where you're really exceptional. So Gnabry just doesn't have enough of those. 2020 Gnabry, this dude was scoring against Barcelona. He was scoring against Lyon. He was scoring really crucial goals for us. I remember this goal he scored with his left foot. He was surrounded. But ever since 2020, Gnabry has just been declining chronically, and it's sad. Gnabry in 2018-19 was my favorite version of Gnabry. The only thing Niko Kovac gave us was a full season Gnabry, where he played right wing and he combined with Kimmich. Yeah, 2018-19, right? Yeah, he was combining with Kimmich, and every game he was on top of it. He was nutmegging people. His pace was there, but I don't know. The dude must just have really bad genetics. He looks fit. No, he looks fat, but we know he's not really. He's like Eden Hazard. Like, he can eat twice and he's fat. He's bloated. So, yeah, I don't make this video about Gnabry because he didn't even play that much. He just came on, but here we go. That's the conversation we're having. I think Kimmich played well today. Müller missed some chances where Coman was setting him up. Choupo-Moting had a really good game. I really rated Choupo's game today. Even before he scored, I was like, bro, Choupo's holding the ball up. He's doing what he does best. I'm happy for Choupo. And, You know what's interesting? PSG fans are often crying, or they're not often, they're just doing it now. They're, screaming about Mbappe. Mbappe's back. Kylian Mbappe's back. Fair enough, but hey, we got Sadio Mane back. Mane came on. Mane was pushing lines. Was he off? I don't think he was offside today. Hey, W's in the chat. Mane wasn't offside today. W's in the chat, man. Yeah, Mane really came on, created 2 chances, I believe, made some moments happen. He was hungry. That's the important thing. Mane adds competition to this team. All of our wingers need to perform at high levels. Speaking of someone that's not performing at his level, Leroy Sané. But I'm tired of this conversation with Sané. I tell you guys every week, or at least every other week, Sané will have a 2-week period where he's stinky. And then one person's going to boo him, and then he's going to turn into a god again. Like, come on. Leroy Sané is just, he's not a purple patch player like Gnabry, where he plays well in spells during the season. Sané is just a temperament player. What that means is when you feel like he can't do it, that's when he does it. So let's all stop believing in Sané again, apparently. But no, it's not like, you guys got to add more context. I mean, there's people complaining about Sané like really hard. And I'm like, add some context into this. It's not like Sané is playing bad. He's just not playing at the same level he was maybe 4 months ago. And that's okay. That's okay. Sané can change games, man. Look how he changed the Spain versus Germany game. If circumstances had gone different and Japan didn't beat Spain with the goal that shouldn't have counted because the ball went out of play, if that hadn't happened, if that's even English, everyone would be saying, wow, Sané really changed Germany's fortunes at the World Cup with his performance against Spain when he came off the bench. I'm telling you, Sané is who he is. Like, let's stop pretending like we haven't been through this over and over and over and over again. He'll give you that moment of frustration because he can do better. We're not frustrated when Gnabry gives us a stinker because we expect it. We're annoyed when Sané misplaces a pass because we're like, dude, you can split defenses, nutmeg 2 people in a row, and you can't make the simple 2-yard pass. So we get frustrated with the simple things. And that's okay, but, just wanting him to be sold. Like, I saw another tweet today. I want Sané sold. It's like, dude, you reactionary weirdo. Relax. Chill out. It's too much. I mean, Sané created chances too. I mean, look, Sané playing in the central midfield position. This dude isn't even playing as a winger no more. He's playing as a number 8, and he's having really good performance. I mean, look at the chance. Thomas Muller had the second chance. No, the Davies chance. Fonzie Davies. I mean, he had a good performance today, but I'm pissed because he could have scored like once or twice. Davies needs to really work on his finishing, not just with his right foot or something. Like, you're a left back. You should be able to finish off some moves, man, because you're given license to get in the box. And Davies has improved his overall play, and he's now becoming more and more undisputed. I don't think Nagelsmann is going to be playing Cancelo left back anytime soon, nor Daley Blind. So I'm glad Davies is getting back into his rhythm, into his form. And look, Fonzie Davies is a world-class footballer. But it pisses me off that the one thing he doesn't have is the one thing that we know he has. Like, I just feel like he's not getting in enough positions where he's having to think about, how do I finish this? This dude can finish. He used to score some nice goals. So, I don't know. Let's work on Davies. Let's work on his finishing. I think our entire team, Musiala's finishing. We need to work on finishing. Nagelsmann needs to have that talk with the players he had after that one Gladbach game where we had 50 chances and didn't score, apart from the last-minute equalizer. We got to have that team talk again. We need a striker at this club like Miroslav Klose, who's no longer here, to train these players on how to pick shots. Musiala out here shooting with his left, and the ball's going here. My man's just shooting from angles that don't make sense. Davies can't finish a 1v1 versus the goalkeeper. Bro, are these players not learning how to just chip the goalkeeper? I feel like we're shooting just to shoot now. Muller's out here missing chance. We got to have some finishing practice. We need to learn how to finish. It's not like we're not scoring goals, but we got to learn how to finish. How to make moments materialize into real opportunities. So, Davies wasn't a striker; he was a winger, and his finishing was all right in the MLS. It wasn't like spectacular. It was one of those things where you'd look at it and go, "Oh, he needs to improve this." So, Musiala got dispossessed too easily. Yeah, Jamal needs to learn ball retention. I mean, he's good at it if he's playing central midfield, like next to Goretzka or Kimmich, right? As a double pivot, because, I mean, he has to. He's not going to go around losing the ball. But he needs to watch Pedri and how Pedri picks his moments to dribble. You rarely see Pedri just try to dribble and then get dispossessed. I mean, it happens, but rarely. I feel like Jamal, either his dribbles are perfect the entire game or he's losing the ball too much. Like, if you're trying something, maybe try a different area of the field. Maybe after one attempted dribble and you fail, don't try it again until maybe things are a bit more in your favor. Maybe your body's moved different. I don't know. It's just the small nuances in Musiala's game that need improving. His ball retention is getting better. I mean, if you guys watch clips of Musiala coming off the bench back in 2021, when he started a few games, as in those attacking positions, watch those videos back. You're going to be like, what the hell? This guy improved. Dude, he used to get dispossessed so much, man, because he was always trying to do that street footballer dribbling constantly thing. Like, for example, there was a moment in the box where he was getting the ball. There was 10 Union Berlin players, and he goes for a La Croqueta. Even if that La Croqueta succeeded, like, you still have 4 giant Germans in the box wearing Union Berlin colors. They're going to tackle you. So you shouldn't even attempt anything there. Just bring the ball back, pass it over. And then when you find a situation where there's 2 players as opposed to 4, you can try to dribble because his close control is elite. It's Messi-esque. The ability to keep that ball around him. And, if you watch the goal against Wolfsburg, people think it's the defenders that are bad. Nah, Musiala is constantly dropping his body. He's dropping his shoulders. His arms are moving. He's unpredictable because his whole body's moving. It's like Floyd Mayweather boxing. If you watch Mayweather punch, he never telegraphs. His shoulders are always moving. So even when he throws, you never really expected it. That's what Musiala and Messi do with their dribbling. That's why it looks so simple. And it doesn't require like skillful, like Neymar needs to do. I mean, Neymar can do close control, but let's think of someone that needs a lot of tricks to make their dribble. Ronaldo, because he doesn't have close control. He has to, do all that extra stuff. Musiala and Messi just run at you and go past you. Like, they just do it because they trust their feet and their ability to keep the ball, close to them. Young Zlatan, 6'5", but could control the ball in tight regions. That's what Musiala is good at. Ribery, he didn't need to sit there doing all these. Ronaldo, I hated that, man. That was such a cover for his lack of dribbling ability. And then he'd go past one person using pace, and everyone thinks it's dribbling. Mbappe kind of does it. Mbappe don't have that close, control between 10 players. He uses his pace a lot. He beats one guy, and then there's a giant pocket of space, and he has way more time to think. If you prevent him from beating the initial guy, he's screwed. But yeah, I don't know. Musiala and Messi, they don't need to do that. So their close control is good. Jamal could probably dribble past, if he tried it 5 times, maybe 6 times out of 10, he'd dribble past 4 players. But what makes an elite dribbler elite is when they pick the moment to dribble, right? They have to make those decisions. So Musiala just turned 20. Happy birthday to him. But yeah, you guys are right. He needs to improve that ball retention, keeping it, keep the game flowing. Because maybe after touching the ball twice, you decide, all right, this ain't gonna work. Neymar's good at ball retention. He used to be really bad at it, always trying to dribble. Now he's good at it. If you watch old Ronaldinho clips, a lot of watch a full game of Ronaldinho. It's just back passes, because he just needs 2 moments in a game to change the entire game. So he doesn't need 4, 5, 10 moments of dribbling. I'm sure Ronaldinho doesn't have a record for most dribbles ever completed in a game. No, he just needs 1 moment, nutmeg you, boom, top bin score. That's it. Easy. So, all right. Let me read some comments here. I felt a bit good when Newell conceded 8 goals. Ooh, that Europa League game. Florian Vitinho is back, baby. I love to see Vit performing at a high level. Him and Musiala could cook for us. Vit could be a long-term Muller replacement. I feel like Musiala replaces Ribery with, the dribbling, both-footed, 2-footed. Oh, dude, I had to stop myself, but I've been playing so much FIFA. But I don't play FIFA like you guys play FIFA. Oh, shoot, what the hell? Yeah, I don't play FIFA like you guys play FIFA. I got a bunch of foot drafts, and I just, oh man, I love you. That Musiala card scored 4 goals. Dude, he's so good at just dribbling in the game. I got Gerd Muller. Gerd Muller in FIFA is crazy. The Bayern View. Subscribe to the Bayern View if you haven't. Gladbach or Bayern's bogey team. Yeah, boogie team. Yeah, for sure. It's funny because Gladbach, went on the internet using social media, making fun of us for losing to them. And look at them. They lost to who? Dude, they got slapped up 4-0. I thought it was 2. I guess at halftime it was 2. But damn, they conceded 4 to Mainz. Oh yeah, that's Gladbach for you. Beat Bayern, but then get slapped up to Mainz. Mainz are doing decent. They're 8th. I mean, this Bundesliga table is nice, man. Dortmund play Leipzig. I think Leipzig's going to beat Dortmund. I still don't rate. I'm not sold on this Terzic guy. I think they're relying on individual quality to win them games. But to be honest, they do play some nice, intricate football. So I'm like, Terzic is coaching something. When's that Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight? Summer's first clean sheet. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we haven't had a clean sheet for Summer. Nah, you're joking. Nah, man, you're joking. I swear we had a Pokal. Nah, not even. PSG, shut up. Shut up, man. I was like, what the hell? If you mean Bundesliga, then that makes it crazy, too. It is his first Bundesliga. No. We got a clean sheet against Bochum. Right. Yeah, man. You forgetting. I was like, there's no way it took Summer months to get a clean sheet. It's been 2 months since, we signed him. Yeah, shut up. My man Jan Summer. Dude, we have so many 1-1 draws. That tells you our finishing is poor sometimes. But it's just the level of opposition in the Bundesliga. I mean, 4 years ago, if you told me Union Berlin would be a hard game at home, a game you'd have to think about, I would have slapped you. How dare you disrespect my club? But it's genuinely a difficult game. I mean, where is Stuttgart in the league? Oh, they are 15th. Yeah, we gonna smoke them. Oh, we're playing PSG just next week, like Wednesday. So that's gonna be fun. Definitely a watch along for that. Oh yeah, we're doing a watch along for the Stuttgart game. Finally, a game at 10:30 a.m. I could have done a watch along for this one, but I went to sleep at 2 a.m. I'm a night owl, man. I like doing things at night. I just sit here and do things. Because then I wake up the next day and I already did all these things that I was going to do in the morning. So, yeah. So 2 watch alongs in a row. That's a record. Oh, yeah. And then we got Leverkusen, another watch along incoming for that. And then we have a 2-week international break. You know what? I don't mind an international break in April or between March and April. I don't mind. I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of want to see Vitz and Musiala. I'm trying to watch some international football. Like, that sounds weird, but the World Cup kind of got me. Maybe I'm starting to think everything's in the world. It's going to be so boring. I'm sitting here like, this ain't the World Cup. Yeah, that World Cup was elite, man. Still can't forget it. Tell can be our long-term striker, number 9. I would agree with you. Matisse Tell with the body check there at the end. It looked nice. Referee blew his whistle to end the game. Tell has 4 Bundesliga goals, man. How insane is that? I mean, that's genuinely insane. Matisse Tell has 4 Bundesliga goals. Like 17 years old, played 49 minutes in Liga 1 before we signed him. He's scoring a goal every 69 minutes. He's scoring a goal, which tells me, based on my calculations, if we play Tell every week, he's going to score every 69 minutes. Yeah, I can't wait. Hey, who are we playing in the Pokal? Is it Mainz? I feel like we're playing Mainz. I don't know. Honestly, I have not checked it. I'm just making a bold guess. I don't even know if Mainz qualified, but I didn't know the DFB Pokal was a qualifier for Europa League. Guys, if you win the DFB Pokal, you get Europa League. If you don't finish top 6 in the league, I didn't even know that. I think what they should do is, if you win the Pokal, but you finish in a Europa League spot in the league, they should upgrade you to the Champions League. What do you guys think about that? All right, Bayern Munich. Let me find out who we're playing. Stuttgart, then PSG, then Freiburg. Okay, I thought it'd be one of those moments where my prediction was right. But we're playing Freiburg in the Pokal at home. Finally, a home DFB Pokal game. Why does this always happen? Why are we playing Freiburg in the cup and then 4 days later play them again in the league away from home? What's that nonsense about? They got to stop doing this. Like, come on. It's so obvious that was going to happen. So, do we know the brackets yet? Or is there another draw for the semifinals? So, like, do we know if, this group of teams will go here and this group of teams go here and then they play each other? So what's going to happen with that? That's my question. What are your thoughts on Vlahovic? Not my cup of tea. George pulling up in the gym with a Bayern shirt tomorrow. Dude, how do you know I used to do this? No, genuinely, I used to do this. I don't do it anymore because, dude, I'd be sweating. I boxed yesterday for the first time in months. I actually boxed. I was so sweaty, man. My arms still hurt. I watched Mayweather fight, and I was boxing this dude. It wasn't like a spar. It was one of those tap spars. We were still, trying to hit each other. Just find openings, find angles, movement. Man, I got that Philly shell. Come on, man. I'm not from Philadelphia, but I got that Philly shell, that shoulder roll, that Floyd Mayweather. Hey, y'all seen Mayweather smack up that British dude? That was funny. Jake Paul's fighting Tommy Fury today. I'm actually intrigued by that whole card. I don't know. I think think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. Who do you guys think wins that? No one is clinical like Levy. He will always be missed. Nah, ain't no way you miss Levy still. Come on, relax. Hey, are Barcelona still losing? Tell me they're not. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Lol Salona, man. They lost. Those bums. They lost. What the heck? Madrid are 7. So Madrid drew when Barca lost? What kind of nonsense is that? Ah, that's stupid. So Madrid played yesterday. Atletico Madrid. And Atletico had a red card and they still couldn't win? But they beat Liverpool? Ah, come on. Real, you dumb weirdos, man. You dummies. Ah, I'm annoyed. That's stupid. Why would Real Madrid not beat Atletico? Now Barcelona are going to win this league. Well, I guess they were 8 points behind. Now they're only 7 points behind. So Barcelona lost to a team in 15th. Sounds about right. Now, who are they playing next? I need to know. Valencia. Can we trust Valencia to pick up some points? Nah, they're 18th. And they're away from Barcelona's going to win that. Athletic Club. Can we trust them? Okay, 7th. All right, Athletic Club, they can do something. Then Real Madrid, the 19th. It's away from Madrid Stadium, which is probably beneficial for Real Madrid with all that pressure. Oh, I got a question. I noticed, like, there's so many competitions like the Carabao Cup, which Manchester United just won. Dude, they finally won a trophy. No, man, my joy has been taken from me. Man, I just want to watch United lose every week. But yeah, question. Do you guys think we should do 2 legs in the DFB Pokal? I'm starting to see a reason for it, Adds one more game, and plus the Bundesliga already has, only 34 games in a season. Adding extra Pokal games adds opportunities for more drama. So I don't mind the 2 legs for Pokal. I mean, not for like I think the FA Cup having 2 legs is cool. Oh, but at the same time, the reason it's also cool to have 1 leg versus 2 is that like teams are just more like willing to win. But I think if you're going to do 1 leg, it should be a neutral stadium. Like every game should be played at like from like the quarterfinals. All the games should be played in Berlin, where the final will get played. Like it should be like, yeah, because having a semifinal away in your stadium it's bizarre, right? Because the other team, that's a disadvantage for them. So, what do you guys think about that? I think we start playing those last stages of those games. Like it makes sense to have home and away because it's a cup competition. You kind of want both, but at the same time, I agree. I see why it might be beneficial to have 1 leg, win everything. Then I feel like Bayern would have a bigger chance at winning the Champions League if we only had 1 leg. Like we would just perform so much better. I mean, we always beat teams if it's away, but then it would be the away goals that killed us. So imagine if we just had 1 leg, like the Atletico Madrid game, like just 1 game. I feel like we would do better in that kind of thing because less opportunity to ball late. So. Union Berlin beat Ajax and Bayern Munich beat Union, which means we just beat Ajax. This account on Twitter, European Lad, that guy's he's something else. No way Sané is important. There we go. Nikki is watching with Internet Explorer because we said that about 30 minutes ago. But all right, boys and girls, thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go watch the fight. Okay. Moosin Kaysen just won. He just won by TKO. Who did he beat? My man beat some grandpa. I don't even know who Moosin Kaysen is. I just know he won. I'm just waiting for Jake Paul. I'll be honest. I used to hate Jake Paul, but he's dedicated, and I like seeing hardworking people win. Plus, Murica, baby. So I'll support Jake this one time. Jake needs to smack up Tommy Fury, man. It's funny because I used to watch Jake hoping he'd lose. Now I'm watching him like a fan. Dang it, man. He grew on me. Dang it, Jake Paul. I don't like him. Tommy Fury's just an unprofessional dork, man. Doesn't show up to the press conferences. Had 2 fights canceled because he's a bum. So, can't wait, man. Do you think Jake Paul will win? I think Tommy Fury just hasn't fought anyone harder than Jake has fought. I mean, I don't think any of Tommy's opponents win against Anderson Silva. And Tommy keeps saying Jake is fighting these old dudes, but dude, you're fighting part-time YouTubers. Well, no, that was a stupid analogy. No, he was fighting part-time construction workers and taxi drivers, literally, who have like 20 wins combined and 200 losses between all his opponents. So 200. How do you have 20 wins with 8 of your opponents and 200 plus losses? How is that possible? That's crazy. So I think Tommy Fury, he's not like, Tyson Fury. He doesn't have that heart. He's just a pretty boy. He's not a hard worker. He's not a professional. Because if he was, he wouldn't have, clearly his training wasn't as good as it should have been. Notice how Jake has never pulled out of a fight because his ribs were broken. Because Jake's a professional, and say what you want about him, he shows up to fights and he promotes the fights. He respects his opponents, enough to train hard for them. You don't have to respect them as people. You have to respect their, threat. So I don't know why we're talking about boxing, but here we are. Sané can dribble and is fast AF. Sané should go back to the left. Let's just stop talking about Sané. We all know Leroy Sané might stink it out, play terrible for a few games, and then become prime Robin again. That's how it's going to be. That's how it is. Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate. I'd pay to watch that. I don't see why Tate would take a fight. He might actually lose. Tate wasn't some, spectacular, boxer. Yeah, he's an average boxer. Like if he was in boxing, he wouldn't be a 4-time boxing world champion. Kickboxing and boxing are completely different because you're using your legs. And one of Tate's weapons, I mean, he was a good striker, but he also kicked pretty well. And I think kickboxing defending is way different from boxing defending. Boxing's harder than, I think people don't understand how hard boxing is. Like, you got to knock this guy out, but you can hit him with these big old gloves, and you can only hit him here. You can't hit him here. It's hard. It's a hard sport. You can only hit here. It's a thinking sport. I think people look at MMA and they're like, that's real fighting. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I mean, duh. But what boxing is, it's a sport in terms of, like, you have to think so much. There's way more strategy involved. The only thing in MMA I give credit to is, like, wrestling is really hard. It's like technical, right? It's the most technical aspect of MMA. But like any old grandpa can come out and, like, you can just be a street fighter that knows how to punch, and you could be decent in MMA. Look at Game Bread, Jorge Mendes. What's his name? What's that dude's name, man? Julio, the Cuban dude. Is he Cuban or Costa Rican? I don't know. The dude. You guys know him, right? Game Bread Gamer. That's his name. Look how like the old clips of him just punching up people, and now he's an MMA star. It's like, you didn't really need IQ. You didn't need to develop nuances in your fight. You know what I realized? We wanted Killer Navas, and PSG gave him up to the Nottingham Forest. Oh, bro, they would have rather given him the Nottingham Forest than send him to us. That's funny to me. Killer Navas. Wait, I thought Forest was getting relegated, dude. They're in 13th place. God dang. Oh yeah, Masvidal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I respect Mayweather so much, man. People are like, "Oh, he runs," and I'm like, well, "You mean to tell me he won every single fight?" Which means everyone calls him a defensive fighter, but I'm like, if you can convincingly win every fight to the point where you never had a draw. Like, I look at the Pacquiao fight, which I used to think, oh, that had to have been a 50. Now I look at it, I'm like, Pacquiao he didn't really land that much. Mayweather was dodging everything. It just looked like he was landing because Pacquiao, my guy, I like Pacquiao, but he just be throwing volume. Mayweather, though, oh my gosh. Like, you mean to tell me my man can never draw or lose, win every single fight he was in? The only loss he had, he technically won because the judges screwed him in the Olympics. So it's not on his professional record. And then he gets paid millions of dollars just to show up. Now he's doing exhibitions and making more money than some of these fighters. And he doesn't even promote it. He just gets paid from the sponsors of the event and the people that organize the event. Like Mayweather's just doing bank robberies now. Like, man. Boxing's fun. I don't know why we're talking about boxing, but it's always fun. Okay. Striker, Chupo, Muller left wing. Wait. I totally misread that. Central attacking midfielder or attacking midfielder, Muller. Left wing, Musiala. Right wing, Coman. DM, Goretzka. Are you just naming our lineup today? Like, dude, the game's finished. My man just gave me the lineup today. Or do you mean like that's our future lineup? Why won't Nagelsmann play Cancelo and Davies at right back and left back? It's a good question. Dude, I forgot Stanisic started. Oh my gosh. Dude, oh my gosh. I didn't even remember this guy doing one thing. Josip Stanisic, he's like a Croatian Pavard, just bang average footballers, but they give you running, they work hard, and they do a job. That's crazy. Now, Stanisic, I think he just wanted to, rest Cancelo. Kind of disappointed Gravenberch didn't come on. He's misusing Gravenberch. Every time Gravenberch plays, he's playing these advanced positions. He's playing as a winger, attacking midfielder. Like, well, how hard would it be to just play Gravenberch next to Goretzka or Kimmich? How hard would that be for Nagelsmann? Come on now. We need to terminate Bonasar's contract. All right, boys and girls, thank you all so much for watching. It was a good show. I appreciate you guys so much. We are almost at 1,500 followers on Twitter, at Now Bayern. So if you want to, I do tweet a lot. Follow me on Twitter at Now Bayern. I'm thinking about reactivating my private Twitter account for Bayern football Twitter, just so my opinions are separated from BayernNow. But yeah, if you guys want to, at Now Bayern on Twitter. Almost at 1,500. I think it's the blue check, honestly. I think I didn't realize tactical manager, Filippo had to tell me, like, dude, of course, like, the blue check is going to boost your visibility. And it did. Like, now I just get followers. I was stuck at 600, 700 followers, 800 for years. And now we're doubling that. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for the Twitter love. I tweet, if I'm not doing a watch along, I'm literally like tweeting the game as it happens. So Oh, this was just from the game. This thread is so funny, man. I made my nephew, I forced him to watch Musiala videos, and then Sané comps, and then Neymar and Musiala, and more Musiala videos. So, yeah, that's where you'll see that on Twitter. Thank you all so much for watching. Mia, send me and peace. Nikki says we kept a clean sheet, which is important. Yeah, true.